Looking live at Everbank Field, Jaguars hope a new group of young players can help the team improve on both sides of the field. Jags added 7 players through the NFL draft during the course of the weekend. Cole Pepper joins us back here on the morning show. Overall thoughts?
I think it's a very Tom Coughlin kind of draft, first and foremost. Had his fingerprints all over it, as you would expect. It should be when the guy's calling all the shots. They added a lot of speed, and they hope they added a tough element that will really change the culture, particularly on the offensive side of the ball.
But this is not a panacea. In fact, if you listen to the management staff over the course of the draft itself, they'll tell you, let's wait and see.
You know, we've got a long way to go, and hopefully with these players coming in, I tell them, hey, listen, you're coming in here now. You have to understand, we're going to have to work twice as hard, to get where we want to be, just so you know the mindset coming in here.
I think we can be competitive. It depends on the players. It depends on us coming together as a team and them doing the work to be dedicated and paid a price to put the results on the field.
Let's see. Let's get on the field and let's see. Let's work it out. There's more work to be done. Let's be vigilant. Let's find out anywhere we can get a better football player or another football player for our team. Let's stay involved in that.
But all three said, let's get on the field. And let's talk about the draft. Marquez Williams, Jalen Myrick, Blair Brown.
Those 3 guys, last day picks. Williams, a fullback. They haven't had a fullback here the last couple of years. So now they've got 2 on the roster. They bring in a guy who's in, that's the toughness side of it. When you bring fullbacks and offensive linemen to that sort of thing, I think the addition of Myrick and Brown are special teams picks. Those are guys that they hope will help on special teams, but both can run. When you draft in the 3rd day of the draft, that's what you want. Find guys who can contribute in some way as rookies.
D.D. Westbrook, slot receiver, comes with some personal baggage, though.
Yeah, this is the most controversial pick that the Jaguars had. There's no doubt about it. He was very talented, very successful at Oklahoma, 4th in the Heisman balloting, but has some domestic violence issues in the past. At 2012, 2013, the Jaguars say they're not only aware of it, but they'll keep an eye on it, give him all the help he can get. And they're confident that because it hasn't happened in the last 4 years that he's passed all that. If it works, if he's a good citizen, he could be an impact player because he can really run. He could help as a return man as well.
And you and I were chatting during the commercial break. You said Tom Coughlin really believes he can get through to this young man.
Yeah, and there have been times in the past where there have been guys who've been troubled and coaches have been able to reach them. Sometimes they don't. I mean, we can bring up R.J. Soward all we want here, but there have been other times. So a lot of it's about the coaching and about the organization, but ultimately it's on the young man to make sure he walks the straight and narrow.
How about the questions that they have concerns about his durability and that for a wide receiver he's kind of undersized?
Yeah, he's not a big guy, but he would be a slot guy. If you think about the role that Rashad Green has played here over the last couple of years with the Jaguars, that would be the kind of performance that they would want to see. But he's fast. He can really run. They talk about taking the top off the defense. That's something that they haven't done a lot of in the last several years.
Go to the top of the draft. You've got Dwayne Smoot from Illinois, Cam Robinson, and Leonard Fournette.
And I like these better from the top down toward the bottom. Smoot is going to be a rotational pass rusher. I kind of feel like in the 3rd round you could get a little bit more than that out of that position. But I thought the same about Unique Ngakoue, and he came in and he set a Jaguars rookie sack record. So we'll see how the performance is on the field as these guys talk about. Cam Robinson's an intriguing pick. At one point, they were talking about him being a potential 1st-round pick. He slid to the 2nd round. The Jaguars actually moved up a spot to get him. Whether he plays left tackle or right tackle is still a question mark. But if he comes in and with Brandon Albert now all of a sudden with pulling back and not showing up for the offseason workouts, this sends a message to him that, number 1, there's going to be competition. Number 2, the Jaguars want to be tougher with that kind of size.
And Tom Coughlin's going to say, yeah, there's going to be competition. And, yeah, you're going to earn your spot.
No doubt about it. That may not be the case for Leonard Fournette. Yes, he'll earn his spot, but he's going to be given every chance as a number 1 pick, as the 4th pick of the draft, to be that guy who comes in. And the drafting of Fournette, more than anything, sends a message that they are going to be a tough, physical team. That's the approach. That is a departure from the past, and if that helps the offense, it should help the quarterback, and it should help the entire team to not only be tougher, but also be better on offense.
You and I chatted about a week and a half ago when the schedule came out and said the schedule, especially during the first 5 games, doesn't help the Jags. Does this offset that a little bit?
Well, one of the things that it can help is if they play warm weather games, a running game always helps to wear down the opposition. The problem is they only play twice at home in the first 2 months of the season, so they don't get the benefit of that quite as much. But they look like a better team now than they did before free agency started. So between free agency and the draft, this looks like an upgraded team.
Awesome. Then they go to London and don't have a bye because that comes from Florida and Georgia,
Yep.
which is a whole nother hurdle, but we'll get there when we get there. For a breakdown of the Jaguars draft, head to newsforjax.com. You'll also find commentary from Sam Kavoris, and you'll find that he and Cole don't always agree, so the two of them go back and forth in their blog, too. Just look under the sports page. Jen.